Welcome back. Release of cops involved in the police drug mafia nexus might have pushed drug peddlers Atala and Dudu into depression. Dudu has already attempted suicide, whereas Atala has shifted twice in the Institute of Psychiatry and Human Behavior at Bamboli. These two drug peddlers have admitted their links with the cops involved in the drug trade.
6 cops involved in police drugs mafia nexus are out on bail. Sources say that Dudu and Atala went into depression following their bail. Dudu even attempted suicide in jail. But authorities maintain that Dudu took the step after his tussle with the jail authorities. Surprisingly, Dudu asked jail authorities to alienate himself from other inmates. When authorities rejected his demand, he tried to end his own life. On the other hand, Atala was shifted to Institute of Psychiatry and Human Behavior at Bamboli. Assistant professor in the institute confirmed to our reporters that Atala was brought in the facility under tremendous depression. Reasons of the acts of both these peddlers is still unknown. Dudu and Atala have revealed their connections with the cops after their arrest. Atala was arrested following tremendous media pressure. They even admitted that they were paying huge sum of money to carry out their business in the coastal belt of North Goa. 6 cops, including former ANC PI Ashish Rodkar, were suspended and arrested. However, lapses during the investigation by DYSP of Crime Branch Chandrakant Salgaonkar facilitated release of this policeman on bail. But the main question is why both these peddlers went into depression after the release of these cops. Our principal correspondent Murari Shetye for Prudent Media.
Union Petroleum Secretary S. Sundaresan has hinted at early increase in the prices of petrol and diesel in the country. Ministry says no one has any control over the use of petroleum products, and as a result, subsidy on these products cannot continue. Government-appointed committee is likely to increase the prices of petroleum products within 1 week. Here is a report.
There is a huge growth in demand for petroleum products across India. In Goa, demand for petrol is rising by 14% per annum. Demand for diesel is rising by 7%. But Ministry for Petroleum and Natural Gas is not convinced about this growth. Ministry says every year government is losing crores of rupees on subsidy of petroleum products. Union Petroleum Secretary S. Sundaresan had a media interaction in Panji. He says no one has any control over usage of petroleum products, and so government is in no mood to continue this subsidy.
The existing car owners are actually using more fuel in spite of the so-called high prices. So certainly persons who are owning cars can afford to pay more. There is absolutely no ground for subsidizing petrol, and there is some ground for subsidizing LPG.
Kerosene prices, which remained untouched for several years, are also likely to be increased. Ministry officials say increase in petrol prices by Rs 4 per litre will not have any major impact on budget of a common man. Sundaresan also told media persons that gas pipeline passing from Goa is likely to be completed by 2012.
This pipeline will be ready by the middle of 2012, and this will be providing gas to existing industry in Goa, and also will be an impetus for new industries, gas-based industries.
As of now, India has 9,000 km long gas pipeline. To meet growing demand of fuel, Ministry wants to build another 8,000 kilometers of pipelines. Secretary has also assured to keep open one petrol pump in Panji city during night time. Many people face problems as petrol pumps are shut down in Panji during night time. Our senior reporter from Panji, Rakesh Kandolkar, with video journalist Anil Sanadi.
The village group of Goa has expressed their anger on Kottali MLA Marvin Gudino. They have said that Marvin has imposed the ODP on the villages of Chikli, Bogmalo, Sankwal and Kottali. They have opposed the ODP and have asked for the regional plan.
The village group of Goa had a press conference in Madgaon following the accusations by Marvin Gudino with regard to the children park in Chikli. Village group members Simon Carvalho, Croydon Madeira, Eddie Pinto, Edwin Mascarenas and Judith Almeida were present. On World Environment Day, the village group members visited Kottali constituency and highlighted all the illegalities cropping up at Kottali to the flying squad. The villagers said that Gudino should allow people to exercise their right in participatory planning of the Regional Plan 2021.
आमकां हे PDNतले ज्युरिडिक्शनाचे भायर दवरचे आनी आमकां जो रिजनल प्लॅन 2021 आख्या गोंयांक रायट दिला प्रत्येक विलेजान आपले विलेज प्लॅन करपाक तो रायट आमकां दिवचो आनी आमी जो प्लॅन रेडी केला तो मानून रिजनल प्लॅनान इनकॉर्पोरेट करून ते आमचे गांवचे प्लॅन बसयचे.
The villagers raised doubts on why the resolution of the Gram Sabha demanding exclusion of villages from MPDA was kept aside and only those lands are selected which belong to builders with C1 and S1 zones in the ODP.
To suit certain builders. It is not to suit the people, it is not to suit the requirement of the community, it is not to suit the growth of the population, but it is suit the requirement of these builders who are, it looks like it's bought at a price, these zonings are bought at a price.
A reporter in Madgaon, Sameer Bhatt.
Attempts by countries to acquire weapons of mass destruction is the cause of concern. Former Chief of the Army Staff General Deepak Kapoor made this statement while delivering a lecture at the NIO.
As a part to the Silver Jubilee celebrations, the UGC Nehru Study Centre of Goa University held a symposium at NIO on India's strategic perspective in 21st century maritime, geostrategic and mega-death issues. The symposium included distinguished personalities from the armed forces. Former Chief of Army Staff General Deepak Kapoor, former GOC-in-Chief of Southern Command Lieutenant General Aditya Singh, former FOC-in-Chief of Southern Naval Command Vice Admiral Suresh Bagra, and former Vice Chief of the Air Staff Air Marshal Bhushan Gokhale were the panelists for the seminar. During his lecture, General Deepak Kapoor mentioned that attempts by rogue countries to acquire weapons of mass destruction is a cause of concern as it will raise the possibility of a terrorist attack.
Attempts at acquiring weapons of mass destruction by rogue states and non-state actors raises the spectre of catastrophic terrorist attacks. The focus of world powers on North Korea and the Iranian nuclear issue is reflective of this concern.
Vice Admiral Suresh Bagra said that India's dependence on energy requirements will increase by 80% in the coming years.
Our dependence on the Gulf for our energy needs is likely to be 80% in the coming decades. Our linkages with the Middle East and particularly Saudi Arabia.
Our reporter Jason Suarez with video journalist Shushant Pearl.
Let's take a short break. We will be right back. Stay tuned.